Okay. Hi, I'm Kristen, and this is my oldest, Keats. He's super thrilled to be here. This class is for all my middle school and high school kids that we can't see right now. So I'm thinking about Roosevelt, got kids at Roosevelt, Idea Carver, KIPP, all my KIPP kids. I miss seeing you guys, and Keats is going to be my high schooler demonstrating what we're going to do. So today we're going to do some, just like we do in school. We're going to do some sun salutations, we're going to do some balancing postures, we're going to do some core work, and then we'll end with a peak pose. Today I think we're going to end with crow pose. It's kind of the most basic peak pose that there is, and almost everyone that I know that is in schools with us, you know how to do it. So, all right, so let's just start. We're sitting crisscross. Let's just start with a few head rolls and neck rolls. So sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down and back. Tuck your chin into your chest. And then just roll your head, big circles, maybe to the right first. Notice if you're feeling tension anywhere, if it's tight. And then once you have a few rolls that way, we're going to go the opposite way. So roll to the left. And then open your eyes, roll your shoulders down and back, and then I'm gonna come a little bit forward, Keats. Now this one, you're gonna open your hands out wide and stretch through your chest, take a big breath, look up, and then exhale the air out, wrap your arms around you, grab at your shoulder blades and crunch in. So you'll feel that space right between your shoulder blades stretch. And especially if you've been at your computer or at a screen working on all your schoolwork, which I know so many people are right now, this really helps. You can do it at your desk. Inhale to open up. Look up, stretch through your chest, and then exhale, opposite arm on top, whichever one you did before. Walk your fingertips up to your shoulder blades, big breath, and crunch in. And slowly come up. Shoulders down and back. All right, let's come into a tabletop position. So wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You're going to take your left leg, stretch it back, point your toes to the ground, and right hand up. Opposite leg, opposite arm. Without seeing it, you know you can't see, but point your toes directly down toward the ground. Remember, that's your proprioception. Stretch your arm and your leg apart in opposite directions, and then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to open up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, release. We do 3 of everything. All right, now we'll do the right leg. Stretch your right leg back. Point your toes to the ground. Left hand up. Opposite leg, opposite arm. Find one spot to focus on. Inhale, stretch and open. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open up, stretch. And exhale, release. Tabletop position. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Pedal your legs back and forth and back and forth. Feet about hip width distance apart. Good. If you have tight hamstrings or calves, you'll feel this here. Just get some movement. Take a big breath in, look between your 2 hands and step your feet to your hands or hop. And then let's roll up slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll your shoulders down and back. All right, we're going to do 3 sun A's. Remember, all of you guys, you know your bodies, whether you want to step back or whether you want to hop back. If you hop back, you're going to hop back to chaturanga. You know how to do that, right? And we're going to move with our breath. Hands together. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands on your shins. Exhale, hands down on the ground, step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Big breath in. Let all the air out. Look between your 2 hands, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Big breath in and let it out. Inhale. Exhale, look between your 2 hands, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. This is our third one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back. High plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, nicely done. Now we're going to step forward to a warrior. So lift your right leg up and then step it as close as you can between your two hands. Plant your back heel down and rise up to warrior one. You can look down, make sure your knee's not caving in. It's lined over your big and second toe. You can see your toes. Stretch up out of your waist. Big breath in. Exhale, open your arms, warrior two. Take a breath in, flip your palm over, and reverse your warrior. Stretch up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Stretch your left arm up toward the ceiling, extended side angle pose. Now remember, you can stretch your arm up and kind of rotate your chest up toward the ceiling, or you can take your arm over your ear and then you increase the stretch in the side of your body. And then slowly come back up. Warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step your right leg back. Lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, let's do the other side. Left leg lift up. Step it through. Plant your back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Checklist, toes, knee, belly. Lift up, big breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flip your front palm over. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, back to warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then remember, right arm stretches up to open your chest. And then maybe forward. Feel the stretch on the side of your body. Look up toward the ceiling. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, hands on the floor. Step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. All right, let's do a couple of balancing postures. Big breath in. Exhale, look between your two hands. Step or hop forward. And let's roll up again. All right, so hopefully you're all nice and warm. Now we're ready for some balancing postures. Remember, 3 secrets to balancing. Eyes focused on one spot. Breathing evenly in and out through your nose. And engage through your belly. First, extended leg raise pose. Shift your weight to your left leg, right leg up. Okay, so I'm thinking about some of you guys at home, if you're doing this and you have the ability to grab your foot and extend out, I know a lot of you can, you go for it, extend out. There's not much space here, so we're gonna stay with our hands on our knees. Big breath in, exhale, open out to the side. Now without hitting my face, stretch your left arm to the left. And then slowly shift your gaze. As you shift your gaze, you'll notice your balance changes. And then slowly back to center. Hold it out there. 3, 2, 1. Without dropping that leg down, kick it back, airplane. Pull your chest forward. Nice. Now trying not to let that right foot drop. See if you can come right into tree. And you can grow your branches. And that's enough on that side. Good job. All right, let's do the other side. Shift your weight to your right leg. Push your right big toe down and left leg up. Hold your knee or your foot. Take a breath in. Breath out, open out. And I won't hit you. And then slowly right arm to the right. Look over your fingers. And then bring it back to center. Hold it out there. 3, 2, 1. Kick it back, airplane. You'll probably notice, just like I do, that you're better on one side than you are the other, and you guys know that's normal. And then without letting your foot drop, see, you can bring it into tree. Push your foot into your leg. Remember, the other option is on your calf muscle. Grow your branches. Maybe look up. And release. All right, we're gonna do some glute bridge work now and some core work, and then we're gonna do some stretches, especially for you guys, for your chest and your shoulders, because I know like he is all day long, you're over a screen and doing your homework. But let's just go all the way down to the ground. If you wanna do the fun way, the fun way, you stretch up, make sure there's room behind you, so you're gonna come forward, Keats. Stretch up, so we're gonna do chair pose, and then we're gonna roll back and come back up into chair pose. Then we're gonna go roll all the way back, and we're gonna go into downward dog. So take a big breath in, exhale, sit down lower, sit down lower, sit down lower, roll back. Come back up in the chair. Good. All right, now this time we're gonna roll back and come forward into downward dog. Ready? Sit down lower, sit down lower, sit down lower. Roll back, cross your feet, jump back downward dog. Nice. All right. Now, if you want, you can jump your feet to your hands for a seated position. All right, glute bridge work. Feet about hip width distance apart. If you want a little bit of core work, stretch your arms forward. We're gonna go down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet in close to your hips, arms down by your side. Pull your belly in, press your lower back into the mat or into the ground, and lift your hips up. Bridge. And then if you want to get a little crazy with it, you can walk your hands underneath you, make that fist. Once you have that, you can see if you can lift one leg up. And bring it down. Lift the other leg up. Bring it down. Lift up one more time. And slowly lower down. Upper back, middle back, lower back on the mat. We're going to turn to the side for this one. Okay, I know a lot of you kids have done this with me before. We're going to do crow on our back before we ever do crow for real. So maybe Keats, if you get right here. Okay, so when you do crow on your back, you're really gonna feel how your stomach muscles should be and how they should be engaged when you're in crow. It's also a really good core workout. So you're gonna lie down on your back and imagine, you're gonna take your hands, place them against the ceiling. Imagine the ceiling is your floor. Roll your head and your shoulders up off the mat or off the floor. Now, pull your knees in as close as you can to your armpits. And this is crow while you're lying down on your back. You should feel it in your belly. Do you feel it in your belly? Good. We're gonna work this into crow crunches. Ready? Inhale, open up. Keep the lower back on the mat. Exhale, crow crunch. Inhale, open up. Exhale, crow crunch. Inhale, one more. Exhale, crow crunch. And release. All right, make your feet a little bit wide and drop your knees down to one side. And then drop your knees down to the other side. That's called windshield wiping. Let's do one more. Drop it down. And other side. And come back up. All right, one more round of crow crunches. Arms up. Head and shoulders up. Knees up. Squeeze your arms with your knees. Ready? Inhale, open up. Exhale, crow crunch. Inhale, open up. Exhale, crow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, crow. And relax. All right, now we'll roll up. And we'll come back this way. Okay, first thing with the crow crunch is just the squat, right? So get into your squat. Can you do the squat? Yeah, you can. You want to try to keep your heels on the ground. You have your feet a little bit wider. And then just like we did before, right? The knees are into the armpits. Find one spot to focus on, a few feet in front of you. And remember, a lot of you might just be working on shifting your weight back and forth, possibly putting a pillow in front of your face if you'd like, because that helps. Or if you're like Keats, you're getting right into it, keep looking a little bit more forward, Keats, good. And then just see how long you can hold it. Maybe you can breathe 3 breaths and then come back down. Try that a few times. And remember, like I always say, you do not need a video, you do not need to do this. Anytime you can try to bust out some of these postures, right? Let's try it one more time. And then if you want, you can jump back into chaturanga. I cannot. Nice. And come on back up. Okay, we're gonna finish it off with a couple of stretches. Stand up on your knees. This is one of my favorite ones, especially because you guys are sitting all day long. We want to get the hip flexors stretched. So take your right leg, step it forward, put your hands on your knee, and push your hips toward your front foot. You should feel this in the front of the hip. Rest your right elbow on your knee. Keep your upper body upright, but now take your left arm up and over, and the more you pull it over to the right, the more you're going to feel that stretch through your hip. You can stay here, or then you can work to bring your hands down. This is lizard pose. And then with lizard pose, you can keep your knee into your shoulder, or if you want an additional inner thigh stretch, you can let your big toe come up and let your knee come out to the side. Take a few breaths here. You can also, to make it more intense, curl the back toes under and float that back leg so the knee comes up off the mat. That makes it just a little bit more intense. All right, let's work into the hamstrings. So frame your foot with your hands, flex the foot, and send the hips back toward the heel. It doesn't take much. Okay, let's do the other side. So right leg steps back, left leg forward, big step. Hands on your knee, push your hips forward. Rest your elbow on your knee, stretch your right arm up and over to the left. Look up. And then if you'd like, hands down inside your foot. Lizard pose, let the big toe come up off the ground, let the knee come out to the side. And remember, you can always curl the back toes under and float the leg. And then hamstring stretch. Frame your foot, flex your front foot, send your hips back. The more you flex the foot, the more you can feel a stretch through the ankle and the calf. I know, this is a good one for a cross-country runner. And release, come back to a crisscross. Before we lie down for the final postures on the ground, we're going to do another chest opener and shoulder opener because I think that really needs to be addressed for you guys. So you take your hands out and your thumbs, you're so excited to be here, and your thumbs are pointing down, and then you're going to reach back and make that fist behind your back. And then big breath, look up, pull the fist away from you, feel the opening through the chest, it should feel good. And then as you exhale, look over your left shoulder and pull your arms slightly over to the right. This is actually one you guys should do in your chairs. Inhale, stretch up, look up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Is that up? Can you straighten your arms, Keith?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's how tight you are. All right, come back to the center. Roll your shoulders out. Lie down on your backs. Close your eyes. Walk your shoulders down away from your ears. And here we're done. Just take some full deep breaths in and out through your nose. When you're in this posture, Shavasana, when you're in a yoga class, first off, no, stay in there. You're my demonstration.
All right.
So when you're doing the video, when you're doing a yoga class, and I know a lot of you guys have heard me say this before, it's easy to keep your mind focused on what you're doing because there's rights and lefts and balancing and what are you doing? And then here where you're completely still, that's when your mind has a tendency to wander. But this is the most important part right here, especially with everything going on in our lives. And sometimes we're holding tension and we don't even realize the level of tension that we're holding. So if you can, and maybe every day you can't do it lying down, but you can do it sitting up as well, pay attention to your body. Close your eyes, listen to your breathing, and then begin to lengthen and deepen your breathing. And then notice if that makes you feel a little bit better. I know for a lot of you, it will, because you've told me that before. So big breath in, chest rises, belly rises, and breathe out, belly falls, chest falls. Relax every muscle in your body, starting with your toes, all the way up through your legs and your hips. Relax your belly and your lower back and your chest and your shoulders. Every inhalation, feel your body lift up a little bit, and then every exhalation, just relax and surrender to the floor just a little bit more. Just a few minutes of this a day, guys, can keep you really, really sane, especially with all the craziness going on with our lives these days. And then when you're ready, you can stretch your arms up over your head like you're waking up first thing in the morning. And then slowly come up. All right, hands together in the center of your chest. Big breath in. Let it out. All that is good within me honors and is grateful for all that is good within you. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, you guys.